trapping.
Hey, what's up, people? Welcome back to Size Boys Podcast. I'm Jacob.
I'm Braylen. Tyler.
And this is actually, I don't think we've probably introduced him. This is the first time on the podcast.
And probably the last.
Probably the last. And don't say that. I mean, there's always that chance for a new number.
Of course.
But even though, of course, I can't forget my buddies Hunter and Kirby back in Colorado who helped me with the podcast and starting it up and whatnot. But this is just kind of like the new, the new group. I don't know.
It's a new format.
I'm not saying that we're replacing Hunter and Kirby. We're not. It's just they're an add-on, basically. Not saying that these guys are any less better. I'm not trying to compare here.
They're the extras for now.
Yeah. So this is episode 38, and as you guys know, we take the first 5 minutes to talk about whatever, and the last 5 minutes to talk about whatever. Then we get into the actual topic for this week. And so I think we should start off. Is there anything you want to say about yourself, Kyler? Or?
Not much, I'm just fucking weird. That's about it. He can tell you everything. I mean, this man's been my best friend for damn near 5 years at this point.
Yeah, and I've known you since what?
The age of 3.
Long time.
Yeah. I think they said I was like 3 or something. You were like 2. Yeah, so it's been that long, and and I met Kyler back in March.
Yeah. Spring break.
Yeah, spring break, and this is literally like the second time meeting him. So
Yes.
And I don't know, everything's just been fucking weird with the move and whatnot. But then I got these two freaking dorks over here. And so I didn't even know how to start this off. Oh yeah, we saw the new Halloween Ends. I'm not going to spoil anything because at this point, it's still out in theaters. So if you want to see it, go check it out. I'm not going to put out any spoilers. But all I'm going to say, as a rating, I think I'll give it maybe a good, maybe 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to give a whole, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a 10 out of 10 it has to be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
But
11 out of 10 movie. Yeah,
but you guys know Braylen, this is his 4th appearance on the podcast?
5th movie?
Yeah. This might be your 5th, I think. I can't remember. It's hard to keep track anymore with how much we do this podcast. But yeah, so, and also, you want to check out, he's actually blowing up on YouTube right now, so you guys want to check out Braylen's channel, put the link in the description below.
Yeah, we had 40 subscribers, 40 to 50 in the past 3 days.
Oh yeah, and my channel's been slowing down, so I need to know your secrets.
Fuck, I don't even know my secrets.
Promote a PS5 controller for 7 seconds.
I think it's I don't know, it's just the YouTube algorithm is so weird now that it was 10 or so years ago.
They need to bring it back where you can just swear without getting demonetized once. Because that would be beautiful, because that's all I do. I don't make YouTube videos yet. I'm working on it.
He's working on it.
You're like,
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna
Oh, no, yeah.
You're gonna be like, bro. They're not gonna get demonetized. They're gonna say the N-word 10 times. Fucking video, bro.
Yeah.
But it's also because of advertisers pulling out all that bullshit.
Yeah. And I know the camera angle for you guys see in a different area because it's just easier. Since there's 3 of us and there's just being me and Braylen. And so they got them sitting on the bed. So yeah, nothing sus about that.
There's enough space between us. I know the camera angle doesn't help us here, but
yeah. And I'm sitting up front like I usually do. So there's. I didn't think of new ideas for you guys too. Yeah, if you guys want to check out my main channel, we'll put the link in the description too. He doesn't have a channel yet.
I haven't posted a video, but I do have it somewhat prepared.
Yeah. So if anything, I might promote his shit and put in the link too. Who knows? But yeah. So yeah, but just we got a lot of things coming out. I don't know if Braylen plans to make any more videos anytime soon or.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And you're more on the gaming side.
Yeah.
I kind of just put out whatever that I can think of.
Variety, gaming, soon to be music.
Soon to be music, yeah. I also been wanting to do music too. Just I'm just I feel like it's a lot funner to do whatever and try to make anything work with like what you want to put out there, kind of thing. And that's what I've been doing. And same thing with that's how the podcast became about, is because me and Kirby we're just talking, that he brought up the idea that we should make a podcast, and I've always wanted the idea of making a podcast, and it became a reality. And we're here 8 months in at this point, and here we are. We're still trucking with the podcast, even though granted it's not a popular podcast, but it's not about like instantly trying to get there. It's about the grind and the climb to the mountain, basically. But yeah, anyways, we're past the 5-minute mark, and the topic for this week is, can we get a little drum roll, please? Legends of Zelda.
My specialty.
His specialties, yes. This is probably gonna be more like his kind of episode, and then
Hell of a first episode for me.
yeah. So the only thing, like, I never played like any like the Zelda games or like the series or anything, but I know my sister is like huge into Zelda, and same with Kirby, because he was actually the one that suggested this to be a topic, because I still have him help me with topics and whatnot. But yeah, I've seen my sister play a lot of Zelda when I was younger, and I'm not like, I don't know like a whole lot about the story, but I always kind of found it like a little fascinating, but like it didn't like draw me in enough for me to actually play it, if that makes sense.
Understandable.
Yeah, so I don't even know where to start with Zelda. I guess I'll just take it away with you.
Yeah. Probably the best thing to go with would be speedrun.com.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put Legend and see what pops up.
Legend's already good. You can start at the Wikipedia page and just kind of take a deep dive.
Oh yeah. Alright, so right here. I can't bring the laptop closer to me, because I can kind of scoot back so that you guys are still able to see them.
Yeah, and then I'm blind over here, so I gotta...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Legends of Zelda is a high fantasy action adventure video game franchise created by Japanese game designers. Oh, I didn't know that. Shiryu and Miyamoto. And yeah, I can't freaking. And
Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka.
yeah.
I hope I didn't... I knew you were gonna say that. Hope I didn't butcher that too much to any Japanese fans.
Yeah.
If they exist.
Yeah.
If they're even allowed to see this. I don't know how the fucking Japanese government works.
Yeah.
No Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
It was primarily developed and published by Nintendo, although some portable installments and re-releases have been outsourced to Capcom, Vanpool, and Grezzo, yeah. And I don't know, I usually go through all these questions, see if there's any like thing that you guys are curious about. And the first one here is people also ask it: is Link a boy or a girl?
He's a guy.
Yeah,
Zelda is the girl.
Yeah, male. Regarding Link's character design in Breath of the Wild, and then Numa stated, as far as gender goes, Link is definitely a male, but I wanted to create a character where anybody would be able to relate to the character. Alright.
Fair enough.
And then, is Legends of Zelda a free game?
If you emulate it.
Yeah. You can play
That's just probably bullshit.
You can play Legends of Zelda online here in the web browser for free. Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Free promo.
It's a money grab.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you play Legends of Zelda on PC? Legends of Zelda: A Link to the Past is now playable on PC thanks to a fan project.
So more emulation.
Yeah.
That's basically the only way you can play like console games online or on PC is through emulation. That's a lot that I'm not going to get into because I don't even fully know how it works. It's some file bullshit and you load it into a thing, just put it in.
Command Clone means the SNES.
SNES Classic can now be played on PC from start to finish.
Friends 22 of the Year of Zelda on the PC. And then next year, what is the Legend of Zelda storyline?
Oh my god, it is very deep. You go through like the first two, or there's like a couple of games that you go through, and then it splits off into like 4 different timelines.
Yeah. A young boy named Link must travel to Death Mountain and defeat the PLG-like monster Ganon to restore peace to the kingdom of Hyrule. A teenage Link embarks, Jesus Christ, to awaken the sleeping Madden Zelda and learn the origin of the Triforce.
A lot of that was incorrect. You don't travel to Death Mountain to kill Ganon. What the fuck up? This is my specialty. This is why I'm here.
Why does Link not speak? That's a good question. According to Zelda, Link never speaks because he thinks it is necessary to stay strong and to silently bear any burden. If we take the diary at face value, not only does the entry explain that Breath of the Wild's Link is the strong, silent type because he doesn't want anyone to worry about him, but it confirms that. And then there's
so on and so
on. Yeah, but there's so many more freaking questions that I won't go through all those. Just wanted to read a few. Yeah. Just wanted to read at least a few. But I kind of go over to YouTube here. It's kind of just like what we do. We look up questions on like a certain topic. Hey, let's go. Just a notification I got on there. Again, it's probably just a notification that was playing. Yeah. See what pops up. If I just put Legends of Zelda again, see if there's anything interesting that'll pop up.
Legends never die.
Legends never die.
Legends
Juice WRLD.
Yep.
Zelda. Let's see what pops up. Legends of Zelda, 100% full game playthrough.
In
2 hours. 100 hours.
Huh.
Literally only 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, you can 100% The Legend of Zelda in 16 hours, or The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I should say, in like 16 hours.
Jesus.
Ocarina of Time is a very big game. I mean,
10 hours and 28 minutes and 43 seconds.
Oh yeah.
And
that's
fucking no job.
Like, I bet you if you look up the world record, it's probably half that.
Yeah.
World record is probably half that.
So this is just like walkthroughs.
Yeah, basically. The speedrunning is where you really get into it because if it's a series, it's gonna be super long and they're probably gonna break it down into episodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the time. There you go.
Story explained.
25 minutes.
Huh. And then the entire Zelda timeline explained in 7 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. That would fit into a screen recording too.
Yeah.
Since, I mean, I'm using this app, but I have to pay more for it to be more than 10 minutes. I don't have that kind of freaking money, so if I'm poor like that.
Can't you use OBS?
I guess I could.
Yeah. I mean, you could screen record the entire thing and show your entire process.
That's true. I've just been using this thing for like what majority of my freaking YouTube career.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah. I'm so close to 200 at 191. So if you're not subscribed, hit the freaking link in the description and hit that subscribe button before I go Michael Myers on your ass. Okay.
Perfect tie-in.
Oh man, I always do weird shit like that. That's just my brain. But anyway, so yeah, so starting a screen recording, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, and we're at 13 minutes, 14 minutes in. So I mean, we don't plan this being too much of a long episode. Oh, it's got 4.5 million views from 2 years ago. It's 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
With Grammarly. Grammarly helps you rewrite your sentences for clarity.
Don't care.
Long
Sponsored by Grammarly, by the way.
Not sponsored. But do sponsor us. We're willing to work.
No.
Yeah.
Hit us up at this email.
Alright, but yeah, let's just get right into it.
Long ago, back when it was a timeline and not a time crossword puzzle, 3 goddesses descended from the heavens and gave birth to the planet. With their work finished, they vanished. leaving behind a magical artifact called the Triforce that can grant any wish to whoever possesses it. Which sounds good on paper, but it pretty much opens Pandora's box for the local demons and crackheads, who are all up and eager to get their hands on those enticing yellow triangles. To escape the hysteria, the goddess Hylia sent all the non-minorities of the world up into the sky to live on a bunch of floating islands called Skylon. Unable to use the Triforce herself, Hylia had her soul reincarnated as a human girl named Zelda, who traveled down to the surface along with her childhood friend / chosen hero / love interest, Link. And together, they defeated the Demon King, Demise. With his final words, Demise bestowed a curse on the two, promising that his evil spirit would continue to haunt those with the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero. With the surface freed from evil, the humans descended from the clouds and established the kingdom of Hyrule. They also built the Temple of Time to serve as a connection between Hyrule and the Sacred Realm, a holy land that contains the Triforce and is kept lock and key by the Master Sword, which can only be unsheathed by Link. Moving along on the timeline, we have two games that don't really matter. Link fights against some MCR reject called Vadi, that's about it. More importantly, we have the Ocarina of Time, and here's where things start to get spicy. Demise, with his unrelenting levels of salt, gets reincarnated as Ganondorf, a Gerudo king on a mission to take over the world or something. In an effort to thwart Ganon's plans, a new Link unknowingly seals himself in the Temple of Time for 7 years, allowing Ganon a free backstage pass to the Sacred Realm. However, due to having an uneven balance of power, courage, and wisdom, the Triforce was split into three. The Triforce of Power stayed with Ganon, granting him unmatched strength. The Triforce of Wisdom was sent to Zelda, who obtained Divine Wisdom whenever it's convenient for the plot, which is never. The Triforce of Courage was sent to Link, who obtained the powers of whatever the developers feel like giving him at the time. Talk to ghosts, turn to a dog, you know. Spoilers, our heroes defeat Ganon and seal him in the Sacred Realm. And because Link was a literal man-child, Zelda sent him back to the past where he can relive his lost childhood. And this is what created the infamous time split. First off, we have the child timeline, which follows Link after he returns to the past and is able to snitch on Ganon before he brings Hyrule to ruin. Secondly, there's the adult timeline, where without Link around to do his hero business, Ganon eventually broke free from his cage and wreaked havoc on Hyrule, forcing the gods to flood the land. And third, we have the fallen hero timeline, where Link either straight up died fighting Ganon, or the player gave up halfway through and decided to go play GoldenEye or something. Ganon is able to obtain the full Triforce, but is sealed in the Sacred Realm before he can really do anything. Following the original Link back to the child timeline, we begin with Majora's Mask, a game that still gives me nightmares thanks to that one creepypasta. You know the one. Link saves the world from a sad homeless kid and is last seen continuing his endless journey to find his missing fairy. Honestly, a pretty depressing ending for our hero of time. Speaking of depression, next is Twilight Princess. After having his plans exposed by young Link, Ganon is on trial to be executed by the Six Sages. Unable to control Ganon, the Six Sages banished him to the Twilight Realm, where he gifted some of his power to a crazy person named Zant, who then used said power to turn the Princess of the Twilight Realm into an imp. Which, depending on who you ask, could either be a downgrade or an improvement. With the help of Good Boy Link, Ganon and Zant are defeated, and Midna is able to reclaim her old body and kingdom. Oh yeah, and young Link is in this one too, but like, super dead. Hundreds of years later, Ganon is resurrected along with the MCR reject and a shadow clone of Link as they band together in another failed attempt to destroy Hyrule. The timeline finally ends with Ganon being sealed into the Four Swords forevermore. Okay, let's move on to the adult timeline. After his little sister gets kidnapped, an unrelated but significantly cuter Link sails the Great Seas to rescue her. With a little help from Pirate Zelda, Link manages to save his sister, reassemble the Triforce of Courage, and defeat Ganon once and for all. Well, in this branch of the timeline at least. Phantom Hourglass follows their pirate adventures directly after it and is chronologically only 10 minutes long, so there's not much to say. Sometime later, Pirate Zelda manages to re-establish Hyrule in a far-off island, which brings us to Spirit Tracks, taking place 100 years in the future, where a completely new Link and a completely dead Zelda save new Hyrule from a resurrected evil demon that for once isn't named Ganon. Rounding this train wreck up, we have the I Can't Believe Link is Dead timeline, where Ganon was able to obtain the full Triforce, but was imprisoned in the Sacred Realm. Like an evil teabag submerged in the holiness that is the Sacred Realm, Ganon infected it with his dark powers and transformed it into the Dark World. He then attempted to take control of Hyrule by deceiving its people using the form of a totally not suspicious looking wizard man, but was defeated when a new Link rose up to confront him. Link's Awakening takes place directly after, but the entire game ends up just being a fever dream by a flying whale. So, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons once again features the same Link having to defeat the same Ganon after his grandmothers brought him back to life. A Link Between Worlds is pretty much just a link to the past, except it takes place long after. And the Dark World is called Laurel. And the Wizard is a misunderstood artist. And Link is a pain. Okay, it's nothing like A Link to the Past. Zelda's Hot Topic counterpart attempts to steal the Triforce to restore Laurel to its former glory, but is ultimately unsuccessful. Link and Zelda return the Triforce to Hyrule and use it to wish for peace and prosperity for both lands. Triforce Heroes is a continuation of this Link's adventures and is pretty much the filler episode of the timeline. But Link dresses up as a cheerleader, so I guess it's worth its place in the timeline just for that. For a long period of time afterwards, the Kingdom of Hyrule entered an era of peace. That is, until one king decided not to pass down the Triforce to his entitled son, and hid the Triforce of Courage far away, only telling its location to his daughter, Zelda. The prince enlisted the help of the local suspicious old wizard for some gentle persuasion, which resulted in Zelda being put into an eternal sleep. Whoops. With the location of the last cheat force now lost, Hyrule was quickly taken over by Ganon, who after being resurrected 100 times is pretty much just a rabid pig at this point. Before being captured, the current Princess Zelda divided the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 pieces and spread them across Hyrule, setting the stage for a new Link to collect all the shards, destroy Ganon, and save the princess. But not that princess, we're getting to that. Zelda's caretaker, Impa, informs our hero of the third missing Triforce and the situation with Zelda the First, sparking Link to go on an adventure to obtain it. See what I did there? It's a joke by the title. Returning with the full Triforce, Link is able to awaken Zelda from her eternal slumber, and the two Zeldas fight for dominance over the Kingdom of Hyrule. Okay, that doesn't actually happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Whew. We're finally at the end of the timeline. But wait, there's still one game we haven't discussed yet.
Breath of the Wild.
Link's crossbow training, Breath of the Wild. Where does Breath of the Wild take place in the timeline? Is it after the ruined timeline, or maybe the child timeline? Or is it in the adult timeline?
Nope, it's a whole
Yes.
other one.
The answer is yes. All 3 of them. At the same time. The game takes place 10,000 years in the future, where the people have made astounding technological breakthroughs and developed into a super advanced society. The electricity, the telephone, a cure for the common cold, are all things that they should have created. Instead, they just made a bunch of giant robots, which backfires when Ganon rises from the dead and uses them to destroy Hyrule. Thankfully, Yoga Pants Zelda manages to steal him away for 100 years, while Link takes the longest power nap in history. Eventually, he wakes up, blah blah blah, destroys Ganon, you know the drill.
Basically, the entire series is just an
Where does
infinite
Breath
loop
of the
of
Wild
stuff.
2 take place? Okay, I'm done. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I made a Twitter, so follow me there if you want.
And then Breath of the Wild 2, we don't
when
even
you
know
have fresh
because
groceries
it's
at
actually
great
called
prices
entertainment,
delivered
but
to
it
your door.
comes out
Kroger's
with
Delivery
a
Pros
bulk.
guarantee your food is handled with care, and our refrigerated trucks make sure every order gets to you extra fresh. Start
We
your
can figure
cart
that
now.
out and we can see
Kroger,
that
fresh
whole,
for everyone.
where that falls within that whole timeline. And yeah, that whole robotic animals, that's completely true. They're called Divine Beasts. It's supposed to act as the dungeons of the game, and you get 4 abilities from it: Rivali's Gale, Direct Protection, Urbosa's Fury, and Mika's Grace. Rivali's Gale gives you like an updraft out of thin air. Urbosa's Fury, when you're charging up an attack, it allows you to build a field of lightning to shock any enemy that is within that field. Direct Protection is, as the name implies, protection. So as long as you're holding out your shield, it will either, if you get hit with like a guardian laser, it reflects it.
Yeah.
Or at least like kind of just absorbs it.
Yeah.
And then Mika's Grace, you get a full heal. So whatever hearts you're at, you get a re-heal of that for free. But it's the longest one to refresh.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then you can go get Master Sword. There's like 10 or 11 towers that are buried under the ground. 120 shrines. Actually, there's more because of the DLC. It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. North Korean Squid Game, what the
Let's not.
Oh my god.
And
Fudge.
yeah, and the speedruns can get real crazy because there's all kinds of glitches. Because, I mean, the world record to beat the game as fast as possible is like 23 minutes.
Huh.
Because it's an open world game, so you literally don't even have to do any of the story. So as soon as you get off the Great Plateau, you can just head straight to Ganon.
trying to think of something else that we could also do.
That Greek pasta, then drowned, is what it's called.
Oh yeah. Was it straight up like curry pasta or
Yeah.
for the
I mean, I know the name of it. I used to like look into it, but shit ton.
yeah.
It's called Ben Drowned, so that's the review is like Ben Drowned. Explain.
So
Hell, if you type in Ben and then B, yeah, third one, Ben Drowned. Yeah, the full story. 45 minutes. Nope. This one.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I've watched this one so many times, and it's like 10 minutes long. So,
The G files Zelda.
yep.
Then draft creepypasta. Yeah.
We can even go even deeper, or because I can just tell you it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
It's basically this dude got a sketchy ass copy of Majora's Mask from this dude that was selling it because it was haunted, and there was already a save file, and it was called Ben. And then he tried to delete it. It came back. Ben drowned. A whole bunch of haunted bullshit, and then a
I
bunch of
think I
weird,
remember my sister saying something about
a
that.
bunch of weird creepy shit. And there's this weird statue within the game. That's kind of the whole thing. It just pops up randomly behind you because it's used as part of the game.
I think there's actual footage of that too on YouTube.
He shows it in that video,
Oh.
and it's like Link will like be like 90-degree like he'll be like straight perpendicular. He'll have like a fucking 90-degree like box. He'll be like just set on fire, collapse randomly, just be zapped out of nowhere.
It might as well involve a creepypasta into this. I mean, it is spooky season after all. Oh, and speaking of spooky season, I'm going to do a little freaking, not like advertisement kind of thing for the podcast, but so this is airing on October 22nd. So for you guys, next week I want to plan a special Halloween episode on October 29th. Should be a week from you guys are seeing this. So I'm going to schedule a special Halloween episode for that one. And just kind of, I don't know, maybe like try to dress up a little bit, or wear a mask or some shit for it. I don't know.
Just do some dumb shit.
And then maybe
just do what we do best and be full retards.
yeah, and just have like a
I said that
Halloween,
on YouTube.
and just like have a whole Halloween episode. Maybe show some like Halloween stuff for you guys, or I don't even know. But then yeah, just getting into the spirit of that. So that's next week. Stay tuned. That don't have a whole lot of what we're doing, but just pretty much just have you guys vibe with us for that Halloween weekend pretty much. So next week, October 29th, don't miss it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, so because I did hear about I think that's also
Yeah, it's
12 years ago.
Yeah, this shit's old.
Holy shit!
I mean,
It was that
Majora's
old.
Mask is fucking how old? Let me look. Like the game came out on the N64, the original,
Yeah.
and my mother was playing with that. I think I don't know. I know she had the NES and the SNES, the NES and the SNES.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
Because I remember my sister talking about something about the creepypasta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Majora's Mask in general is just creepy as hell because you got the Captain Mask salesman. He's he has this horrible smile to him.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another thing that has to go with creepypasta. I just thought of it. The Song of Unhealing. It's the Song of Healing backwards, I believe. Mad creepy. If you want to pull that up, because I basically summarized it in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The original Majora's Mask came out in 2000. April 27, 2000. So it is
22 years ago.
22 years old.
God damn. Should've known before.
That game can smoke and drink. It can't run a car, but it can smoke and drink.
Yeah. Yeah, 22. Rent a car.
Nope, it's at 25.
Oh.
You can rent U-Hauls at 18, but if you just straight up run around a car, it's 25 because of insurance.
Oh yeah.
Because you'll have been driving for, like, you get your license at 16. He's not letting me do that right now. Shut up. Like 9 years?
Yeah, 9 years.
Why did I not think? I'm damn retarded. Even though I'm literally in like college level courses. I'm stupid.
Shit, I'm supposed to be a senior right now, I'm a junior, so. I'm supposed to be graduating this year.
You're still sophomore either way.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, no shit.
But,
I'm doing college level shit in sophomore.
So very unprofessional of me. I need to use the bathroom real quick. But I'll have you ramble about
Everything.
Y'all can ramble about anything while I'm out for a second, and then when I get back, we're going to get into the whole Ben John creepypasta for you guys. I mean, I know he talked about it, but the actual footage of it, so you guys can see what's going on.
Yes.
Or see what he's talking about. So,
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Kyler and Braylen, take it away. I'll be right back.
Alright then. Oh, this. You know?
I've seen it. So, what we gotta do?
We're going through here, just like.
I am.
Oh, pull it down again?
Oh shit.
Hold up. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Dumbass just don't like this, bro.
Yeah, I've seen shit where that like
It works good, but.
I've seen shit where people get like paralyzed. Like someone like they actually like hurt their back doing it. Like they slipped a disc or some bullshit. No. Not really. We got some real nice footage of us rambling, aka me trying to pop his back. And it was basically just a nut cam of me. The camera angle was literally this, with me like bent down like this. You don't even cut that out. That shit was funny.
Oh yeah, like with the podcast, I don't cut anything out. I just leave everything
just whole raw, raw dogging.
To judge a whole hour of footage, just raw.
Raw dogging this podcast.
The raw dogging podcast. You guys should create your own podcast called raw dogging podcast.
Raw dogging this bitch.
That's the slogan.
Yeah.
That's a channel.
Yeah, there you go. Raw dogging this bitch.
And this is Saturdays for the boys.
Yeah.
Or Saturdays with the boys. But the caption is Saturdays are for the boys. Which is very, not really creative since that's a whole trend thing going on. But I mean,
not really. I haven't heard anybody like talk about it.
yeah.
In a while.
But yeah, so we're going to get right into this here. Going to get a little spooky at the second half of the podcast here.
Spooky story skeletons.
Ah,
Scary
shit.
skeletons when children down, that's fine.
Ah, shit.
Okay, so it's actually just as long as it is a screen recording, so I'll probably just get right into it. So start screen recording, play the video in 3, 2, 1.
Zelda month! I wasn't able to work on Zelda videos ahead of time like I was last year. due to
Shout
the
out Peanut Butter Gaming.
So,
By the way,
unfortunately, there are
Peanut Butter
only
Gaming.
Give recognition.
for Zelda month.
We always give credit here.
Majora's Mask collection
Peanut
videos
Butter
and the
Gaming.
second
Yeah, that's
generation
nice.
gameplay, which I will finally finish. So to make it up to you guys, I figured I'd do the 2 most oft-requested Zelda videos I get. This particular video being not only the most requested Zelda video, but the most requested video ever, Zelda or not, the Ben Drowned Creepypasta.
Ben! You should talk about Ben Drowned! Make a Zelda month G-Files about Ben! Why you don't include Ben? Ben!
What the fuck is mine?
PPG, please include the
Well,
hot
it's just
Ben. Talk about Ben! You forgot Ben! Ben Clark is subscribed to you on YouTube! You should do a G-Files on the Ben Majora's Mask Creep post! Can you do a review of Law's Majora's Mask and the G-Files of Ben G-Files? Ben Drowned! Why you don't include Ben from Majora's Mask? Am I the only one who thinks you should?
10 years ago. Yeah.
Ben
10 years
Drowned!
this December.
Can't do anymore, got the hiccups.
I was
See
7.
what you did? Give me the hiccups.
But before I do that, I'm going to find some other creepy and weird theories about Zelda that I've been
Young kids of younger.
5, 6, 7.
In Ocarina of Time, once you collect all 3 spiritual stones and take Master Sword, Ganondorf really messes Hyrule Castle Town up. Even before you go forward in time, you can find a dying soldier in the back alley who was attacked by his men.
Yeah,
He tells
no,
him for
The
a
middle
bit,
child doesn't matter.
dies.
Yeah.
That's the
But the happy music is still playing, so who cares, I guess. Hey,
I'm the
Jesus
oldest.
Sozu is dead. Oh, what a happy day! Hey, this soldier is dead. I watched him die. Come on, everybody! But probably the creepiest thing left after the battle is the ghost hunter. Not only does he look creepy, he sells ghosts for a living, he can read your mind, and he also says this. I didn't really know what to think of this as a kid. Prostitution jokes. When I was younger, I just assumed he showed up sometime after Ganondorf gets the Triforce of Power and set up shop in Hyrule Castletown because, well, that's just clearly where the party's at. But if you think about it, there's a lot of characters from the beginning of the game that aren't accounted for after Ganondorf takes over. Is it possible that one of these characters is now the Ghost Hunter? Like the medicine shop guy. You think you're so great with that smug little face sitting over here in your pointless shop that nobody ever goes to because you're really stupid and dumb and don't smell very good. And that guy told me that your medicine doesn't work as good as I was originally led to believe, so that's why I think you are the Ghost Hunter! Oh, there it is. There's a few different theories in the subject, but these are the two that I find the most interesting. First off, the boy in the graveyard. Whilst hanging around in the graveyard all day, stomping around and pretending to be Dampy, he seems to express great interest in ghostly activities and even wishes that he was old enough to go on the graveyard tour. He also carries a stick that seems similar to the one the Ghost Hunter later swings around. But unlike the Ghost Hunter, he doesn't like trouble and will actually scold you if you try to move gravestones. Oh, you'll tell Dampy, huh? I'll tell Dampy about your face! Yeah. To find who I think is the most likely candidate, you don't have to go very far. There's a Hyrulean soldier that stands in the exact place that the Ghost Hunter stands 7 years later. This soldier, in very similar fashion to the Ghost Hunter, seems to enjoy trouble and disorder. The Triforce symbol, both on the Hunter himself and crudely drawn on the wall for some reason, also suggests he has a connection to the royal family, which the guard, being a Hyrulean soldier, would have. Triforce! Perhaps this soldier died in the battle against Ganondorf and his spiteful spirit lingered on. Or even more intriguing is the possibility that Ganondorf admired the soldier's desire for chaos, in similar fashion to how he tells Link that he likes his attitude, and in turn spared him and transformed him into the spirit-esque form. This would also help explain why the Ghost Hunter appears to admire and respect whom he calls the Great Ganondorf. The Happy Mask Salesman is a character that I've talked about quite a lot, even before he became a popular topic due to the Ben Drowned creepypasta. There's tons of weird things about him. He spazzes around, he spawns an organ out of thin air, he clearly knows way more than he's letting on, and he's even flat out scary looking and occasionally violent. But what bothers me more than what he's like is who he is. His strange demeanor and knowledge is creepy enough already, but he also disappears completely at the end of the game. This was obviously intentional, but it's not clear exactly what it's supposed to signify. Once again, there's many theories, but if I had to guess, I would say he was perhaps one of the ancient ones, a tribe that, according to the mask salesman himself, once used Majora's Mask for hexing rituals, but were eventually forced to seal away the mask due to the trouble it caused. This would explain not only his knowledge of the mask and its powers, but also his apparent ability to perform actions that could be seen as magic. Further evidence is found inside the moon towards the end of the game, where there's 5 lunar children who are theorized by many to be images created by Majora. These children's character models greatly resemble that of the Happy Mask Salesman, and they even ask Link if he too will be a mask salesman. If he was a part of the tribe of ancient ones that first held the mask, it would make sense that Majora would use his likeness for his illustrations. But why does he even want the mask in the first place? Because he's evil. Maybe. But other than his suspicious behavior and possibly one line where he appears to be almost disappointed that the mask lost its power, the game doesn't really offer too much solid evidence to support it. But the Majora's Mask manga, albeit non-canon, does. Here you can see a bit of a sinister side from Mr. HMS, and also a line where he states that if he gets the mask, he'll have no further business in this world. And towards the end, Link, under the influence of the Fierce Deity's mask, takes a swing at the salesman and calls him a troublemaker. Yes, and now it's time for the thing everyone wanted to hear about for some reason. The scary, the disturbing fake story about Majora's Mask. Okay, no, seriously. Ben Drowned is a well-written and very cleverly implemented story, which used not just writing, but incredibly well-crafted videos along with it. Something very avant-garde for creepypastas, I would say. I mean, the Herobrine method is pretty fun, but come on. Is this really the only visual stimulation they could come up with? Funny how everyone who just so happens to run into a mythical creature's best on-hand camera equipment is something that's more akin to a ColecoVision controller than a halfway decent cell phone. With Ben Drowned, you get nothing like that. You get multiple video representations of the events that take place in the story in halfway decent quality. Now, I'm not going to bother retelling the entire story. There's plenty of other videos you can watch that have done that already, but I will give a very brief synopsis for those who still have no idea what I'm talking about and are still watching for some reason. Been Drowned is a creepypasta written by Deducible about a guy who bought a sketchy copy of Majora's Mask from some creepy old guy. As luck would have it, his newfound game is not just sketchy, but haunted by a powerful spirit known as Ben. A bunch of creepy things start happening in the game, many of which I've been showing on the screen, yada yada yada, and maybe Been Drowned or something one time. But long story even shorter, like I've already mentioned, the story is just that, a story. While you could argue that the theories of the Ghost Hunter and Happy Match Salesman are also unproven, there are at least evidence that backs them up. The Ben Drowned creepypasta is just a story made up by a fan of the game with no real evidence, other than some well-made but fake manipulated clips from the game.
And in spirit of the story, I actually created a file named Ben and my own copy of Majora's Mask, and what do you know? Nothing happened. So that just goes to show you, same with Herobrine in Minecraft. You can't always believe what you read.
Oh, it's not that sure real well.
There's the song of Unhealing that's playing. Background. Reversed. The song of Unhealing is what it's called. That's a real thing in the game that you use for mission. It's just floating and spawning.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching my Zelda video on Ben. If you liked it, why don't you go on?
Yeah, you don't need to watch anything else.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Jump scare warning. Well, I've never seen that. I've never seen the post-credit scene of this video. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, didn't know that was gonna happen. There you have it. That was that.
Yeah. Anytime I hear stuff reversed, I have like flashbacks because I used to watch. I used to be so into like Ben Drowned. The like they say. Yep. The Satanic Panic, which is like when you take songs, you flip, you turn, you reverse them, and there's so many X songs. X songs, Lucid Dreams. There was one about a cow. There was a thing about a cowman in Lucid Dreams. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Fucking. But all that shit, all of it's not real because it can be interpreted in like 40 different ways.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, in these backwards messages, they predicted their death. No, I don't think they meant to do that.
Yeah.
Although there was one thing that there was one, I think it was, it was a song by Missy Elliott, but I can't think of the name. It was like, I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it, and then they reversed that lyric. In the, like, they like cut up that audio clip and then reversed it. So if you were to play that portion backwards, it would say it clear as day. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think this is right here is like the actual.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to like do that. That's all though. Alright, then screen recording. 3, 2, 1. And then this is probably the last thing. I don't know what we want to do for the last part since we got about 17 minutes left. In the square freaking.
Yep, the 4x3.
September 8, 2010.
Yeah, that shit crazy. Another famous creepypasta that I know off the top of my head is called Lavender Town Syndrome. It's a thing within Pokemon. Where with the original copies of Pokemon or Pocket Monsters Red and Green, the Lavender Town theme when you walked in there it had such weird and like creepy frequencies because that's the whole thing. It's like a ghost. It literally is a ghost town. There's a Pokemon cemetery.
Yeah.
And it was so ear piercing that people were committing suicide because of it, and like it was like 100-something kids. Granted, it's all just a story, but exactly, he's perpendicular. He's at a 90-degree angle.
So this is actual footage of the.
Yeah, this is basically what it would be if it was real. That's him holding the shield. He's looking at a 90-degree angle. That all still worked perfectly fine. But it's all just like visual bugs, or like visual glitches and stuff, or not glitches, visual mods.
Yeah.
Because you can't actually do this in the game. You can have that like statue this statue. If y'all have sensitive hearing, I am so sorry. But this statue that just popped up, that's a real thing that actually is used in the game. I forget what it's called. That thing in the back. It doesn't have that weird face. That's not part of the original game, fun fact. Dawn of a New Day? No. It's Dawn of the First Day, Dawn of the Second Day, or Dawn of the Third Day. It's the three things that pops up every time. Back in South Blocktown, I believe is what this one is. This area. And then glitching out text, just being able to see through the floor. Granted, you probably still can't just do that and the camera's locked.
Yeah.
You probably can still just see through the floor, walking into a loading zone. The Terrible Fate, there's the Mr. HMS, Happy Mask Salesman, who actually has a Mario mask on his back. Fun fact. More random bullshit as he just got teleported outside of Clocktown, which is the area. There's gonna be some weird shit that happens here in a sec, I'm assuming. There's Happy Mask Salesman, the Imp. There's Skull Kid and Epona.
Discord.
I thought that was part of the video. Because I've never seen this video with I've never seen the actual video. There's Ben Drown, or the statue of Ben Drown.
Oh yeah.
Skull Kid facing backwards, which is weird. There's HMS, who's probably good. I think if you talk to him here, I think he tells you the so that's creepy as hell that he follows you. I think this is where he tells you the Song of Unhealing. Which, again, mad creepy. No, you just play the Song of Unhealing here.
It's very choppy though.
Oh, wait, no, that was the Song of Healing. Oh, okay. If you play the Song of Healing, you just spontaneously compose. And game over. And that's a Terrible Fate. Creepy ass laugh from the Happy Mask Salesman. That's a real fucking game. Fun fact. That's what happens when you put on the Zora mask for the first time, I believe. After saving a dead Zora and basically healing his soul and then putting it into mask form. This is easily one of, if not the creepiest Zelda games, with probably Twilight Princess coming at a close second for creepiness. Probably not even creepy, it's just weird. That's the thing with Twilight Princess. The Majora's Mask, it is literally just creepy.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Epona's not supposed to be there. But here I have no clue what the heck is happening. Oh, okay. That just happened. He's now able to walk underwater. that's not supposed to happen. And you're also not supposed to lose your walking animation.
Yeah.
Because he just, no, there's Ben drowned. Oh, there's Ben, and he's drowned.
Oh shit.
What's up, motherfucker? And spontaneously combust. Or just drown. You have drowned. And it's probably going to send you back to the title screen. It's going to say, Ben drowned. Yep. Majora's Mask. And then it's going to say, Ben drowned. It should at least. Yep. Ben drowned.
That's fucking hot.
It's fucking weird. This game is... The game was...
Charlie Chris slash
Don't
education
care, Charlie
funding
Chris.
and never raised teacher pay.
We don't give a
He
shit about
opposes
you and your
parents'
politics.
rights and
You
fought the law
support
kids
Biden,
out of
fuck
school.
you.
He hiked tuition for Florida families and voted for free college for illegal
game is
immigrants.
just creepy
Charlie
in and of
Chris,
itself.
failing Florida students.
And the game can be beaten in 6 minutes.
Legendary Creepypasta, this was actually a scary thing when I didn't know it was fake. Good job. That takes dedication.
Link, play Song of Healing with Bender. Set him on fire! Ah, yes!
When you open the fridge at night, 5:40.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Always gotta look at comments. It's the best.
Oh yeah.
Here's one volume.
I'm not trying to lower the line.
I know.
Should we only got about like 9 minutes left. I mean, and that was the creepypasta.
Good.
So, not sure what else you want to involve that will.
I mean, you can look at the Ocarina of Time freaking speedrun, 80% speedrun world record. Just go to like speedrun.com. Because it can be done in like 6 minutes using a thing called arbitrary code execution and that's how I know something. I don't remember. Because one of the timeline, I've kind of explained how stuff works properly. And obviously, within that first 7 minutes, a lot of it has been skipped out on. There's a lot to every single game.
Music, Netflix.
The music is pretty good. It's
rap.
Lo-fi. I mean, you can play the Song of Healing if you really want it. If you really want to be creeped out, just because it just sounds so weird.
What's it called?
The Song of Healing.
The Song of Healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
This goes in with the 3 months.
10 hours?
Oh yeah, and that has 4 million views. Why the hell are people listening to that for 10 hours?
People probably listening to this to sleep at night or
Oh my
something.
god. They just got that shit on loop.
1.5 mil. That's tough. Oh, I still have it's gonna end in a second.
Long, so just
Yeah, I'll wait till this one's done and I'll start a new one. So,
Ohio softball coach 31 cases using prison after she had sex with 17-year-old student 8 times and then begged him after report. Wait, what?
did you say college softball coach? Or did it not
No,
specify?
Ohio softball coach 31
okay,
cases
that's
using
fine.
prison after she had sex with a 17-year-old student 8 times. And then
8
begged
times?
Him, and then begged him not to report her.
Oh fuck!
so I think this is gonna be the kind of thing that helps us end it off. I mean, I don't know, we got about like 6-ish minutes close to the end. But it's just that like this might not end up as being as long as other episodes just because we have him here that kind of just like explains everything on the topic for tonight.
Good.
So
I I can explain well, and then we can obviously pull. Jesus God Almighty!
Yeah.
Close your tab, homie.
I told him that. Jacob, I told you that last time.
Dude!
Close
your fucking
Does that mean to pull out?
Dear Christ! I don't know if the record caught that, but if it did.
I don't think it is recording.
Oh, I hope it did.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
thankfully, because that's my school information.
Still, why do you need that many tabs open? Not even tabs, that's Windows. What do you got them like 3 by 3 like little pixel things. You can't even do shit with any of them. All you're gonna do is hit the X button. Oh, dear Christ. Maybe that's why your PC sucks. Damn!
Some life was worse.
Oh, God! Jesus Christ. I want to see the Task Manager now. Fuck the Song of Unhealing. Let me see that damn Task Manager.
Click more.
Hold the fuck up. How many fucking 24? Taking up 71% of your memory. No wonder your shit says shit dies so quickly. God Christ!
We're not talking about that.
You're taking up like a gig of your memory when you have like 8.
Oh,
how is your shit not exploding yet? Dear Christ, I am so sorry, Braylen's grandma. I'm gonna be yelling, but dear Christ. That's all I can say now is just dear Christ. My brother in Christ, close your damn tabs.
Anyways, moving on. So this is a Song of Unhealing, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask.
Jesus Christ!
So start one last screen recording. 3, 2, 1.
I don't think I've ever been so passionate about something. Maybe, okay, I take that back. The school system needing to be changed is easily the most passionate thing I'm about right now. But
Alright.
God save the fucking king. I'm fucking speechless about that. Okay, let's get this shit show on the road before I keep talking.
Alright.
No, seriously, like I'm being so deadass about that. Like, I didn't have hot water. Also, why did I just now notice that?
My buddy Cree put that down.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. It's not great.
Yeah.
When you can take like a song like Saria's song, which is beautiful, and then you have this bullshit, which isn't even real. Like, this isn't actually a part of the game. The Song of Healing is, but the Song of Unhealing, no.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense that it's backwards when it's called the Song of Healing. Undo. I mean, it's in the name, so it makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's nothing special. It's literally just the Song of Healing backwards. And it's just got a loop again.
Yeah.
So. And then, like, you can even do this since it's just looping.
Yeah.
I totally spelled that wrong. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Jesus.
10 minutes? Oh god. The amount of nostalgia I just got.
Yep.
You know? well, we get copyright from there.
So we'll stop it from there. Not trying to get your shit blocked.
Yeah.
Because then it would be mocked. Because I can't do this.
Yeah.
Stepping into the club now. I know you noticed
I think. I mean,
yeah, that's basically it.
that's basically everything.
That's basically all there is to Zelda is New Link goes and kills some weird ass fucking evil being. Goes and saves Zelda or just fucking dies. She gets reincarnated into a new Link and then gets placed into some other form of Hyrule and all just link back into Breath of the Wild and then whatever chooses the king.
Yeah.
Which is the next one.
Yeah, that's kind of everything. I don't think I need to keep this game quite going a good time.
Yeah.
Let's let the show. Yeah, just in that. Yeah, that's everything that there is to that, I think. So now I think that we get very. Yeah, because we just hit an hour, so
Hour 5 flat.
Yeah. So
Holy shit! I'm sorry. That Alabama-Tennessee game. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
49 to 50 or 52 to 49 Tennessee. I mean, they are undefeated, so
Or
we're talking about.
college football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the plot episode for this week on Legend of Zelda. Next week we got a special episode for you guys coming up. I'm not sure when we're going to be doing that one since we filmed these ones ahead of time before they aired. Which next week's going to be a special Halloween episode. Just pretty much just like hanging out, you know, whatever you would do at like a Halloween hangout party or something like that. Just a little special episode for that, and then until after that weekend we'll get back into the fray of the topics, and then there's going to be like Thanksgiving, then we'll go back to the fray of the topics, and then there's Christmas. Even though I'll probably be in Colorado for that one, so I'll probably do that one with Hunter and Kirby probably, and make more content for you guys. Just trying to keep on going with the grind and whatnot.
All that shankery.
Yeah, and but yeah, I feel like this was a good episode for you.
Yeah, like
A good first episode.
A good intro for me.
Yeah, and then
Even though when and if I ever start my channel, I will basically not be touching on it.
yeah.
Unless I do, unless y'all want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to look at it, I'll be more happy to like put his information link in the description. You guys can go check him out. Go subscribe to Braylen.
The man over here watching TikTok,
Just hit 400 subscribers.
on the road to 500.
Lucky fuck.
Yeah, no shit. He's the most successful out of us all.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm at 191. Granted,
Flat zero.
Granted, my content is a lot different compared to Braylen's, because I feel like Braylen's is more. His stuff is more like gaming, which is gaming very, very out there, very huge. And with me doing a variety, it's a little bit different, I guess. But the fact that I still have 191, I'm forever grateful for that. I mean, I remember I had my old channel and it got taken down at 101.
Yeah, because it was like your school account, Rico?
Yeah, I had that on a school account. So that was my fault. So I created a new email, got back on in 2019, and then took a break. Took a break from that, and then back in 2020, I've been getting serious with YouTube, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And it's just a matter of trying to hit that 200, you know. So.
Okay.
Alright, and that's basically it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine's basically going to be like music production stuff. I've already been doing it for about a year. I have stuff on TikTok and stuff. It's up to him if he wants to put that in the description. Doesn't have
I mean, it's up to you, honestly. And I'll put it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you want to suggest one, I'll put it in the link.
Yep.
So. But yeah.
And this motherfucker over here kicking me in the neck, trying to paralyze my ass.
Yeah, he doesn't talk that much in this episode. I'll have you.
I'm tired.
Yeah, but yeah, that's basically it. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my main channel, give me the 200 link in the description. Subscribe to Braylen's channel, link in the description. Do you want to put anything in there? Or?
I'll be starting soon. When it'll happen, I can't tell you, but I'm gonna pull a little baby here and say soon.
Yeah, sure you will, Woody.
Yeah, that's why I said a full video.
Alright,
Sorry of you that get that reference. Respect.
Alright, but if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and stay tuned for next week's special Halloween episode. Stay tuned for more content on my main channel, just no matter what it is. And as always, we'll see you guys next week. Anything you guys want to say before we end off? Or?
Not at all.
Alright.
I like him, man.
No, he doesn't. He actually has a girlfriend. I want to preface that.
Anyway.
Kiki, if you're watching this.
But yeah, so you might see him in more videos too. Maybe on my main channel too, who knows? Maybe more. Maybe he'll be a new member of the podcast too. You know.
Nice track.
But yeah, so we guys enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I know I said that like 3 times already, but I'll actually repeat myself for some reason and ramble. And yeah, and as always, we'll see you guys next week. Deuces.
Later.
Oh.
We should jump Kyler.
Trapping.